Okay, so I made the switch over from my other temporary feed there. Got it all going. I found one little trick here. Maybe you can tell by looking. See how that is kind of on an angle there? Because I got the hose coming out the bottom. If it drips directly in the center, it tends to fill the tube up, because I think it gets a vacuum that it plugs it up. So I tip it on the side so the drips run down the side of the tube, all down the bottom. But straight up and down, it tends to go down, and the air bubbles have to come up, and it's not very consistent. I don't know if you can see it running in there or not. Let me cover up the light a little bit. See it running there? Maybe. There you go. I got just a real thin run there. If I slow it down a little bit, it'll drip. In fact, if I tap on it, it'll probably drip. Start dripping. I don't know if you've seen that or not, but anyway, what I got to feed this is I've got the, showed this in my other video, I've got a float valve for an air conditioner up in there, and I want to hook it up so it has a continuous feed, so this level will stay consistent, fairly consistent, because the head pressure that you have in there will change your drip rate. So I'm doing a little temporary thing inside just to test, and maybe somebody out there might want to do this for full time. But I'm getting my oil in these buckets, so what I've come up with to filter this oil out so I don't have to handle it so much is I've got a number 60 screen here, and just your ice maker hose, that plastic hose. Run it through a lid. What I'm going to do is stick that down in the bucket, and then this lid, I drilled a hole through there that's a press fit, so it's pretty tight for that tube to go through. Now I'm going to drill a hole right there where you see that circle and a dot, and I'm going to install a regular tire valve stem. So I think you probably figured out what I'm going to do. I'm going to pressurize this bucket, and I've done a little bit of research. These are only rated for 3 psi, so you don't want to go too much. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pump it up with this bicycle pump, pressurize it a little bit, and hopefully push that up to that bucket up there through this plastic tube. So I'm going to drill that hole out, get it all put together, pump it up and see what happens. Okay, I got that valve stem all put in, got it all hooked up, got that hose running up to the float valve. Let's give her a couple of pumps and see what happens. Moment of truth here. There's 3 pumps, and you see it starting to go up. Looks like it's going to work, maybe. I can see that old bucket starting to bulge, so I'm going to wait here for a second, see if that's going to do it. Lid's starting to bulge. Looks like it stopped. Another pump. Well, it almost feels like I can feel a little bit of air leaking somewhere. Yeah, a little bit right here. It's going to be slow, but it doesn't need to put a whole bunch in at once. I'm only just dripping. Come on. Probably ought to put a pressure gauge on there so I can see how much I'm actually putting in there. Another thing would help is if this was a little closer, maybe a little higher, so it didn't have to push the oil that much higher. Alright, I'm gonna lift that up and see if that helps. I'll pause back in a sec. Okay, so I put that on top of another bucket. I'm gonna have to do this one-handed now. That helped out a lot, getting it a little bit higher. If I was put this setup outside, the ground level outside of this wall right here, ground level is about right here on the outside of this wall. So I'm a little bit, I'd actually be below. It may actually even siphon down, but I got some air leaking out of that bucket somewhere. Just about there. There we go. I'm not going to sit here and wait for that to fill up on video to shut it off. I'll see if I can grab that. That should stop it. Alright. Maybe somebody out there can improve on this idea a little bit. I think going a little bit bigger diameter tube will also help. There we go. Hope that helps. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. Thanks. We'll see ya.